Hi!
Hi!
Welcome to another episode of
Film Critters Processes.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a little, the holidays are hard.
We both were on like literal opposite vacations.
Yeah, that is actually true.
I think I was out of town for like 5 days and then like 2 days overlap, and then you were out of town for like a week.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we're back, baby.
We're back, baby.
Better than ever.
And we're here to talk about the movie that everyone has been talking about. Star Wars Rise of Skywalker.
That's the full title. Thank you.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't going to try. I wasn't even going to try to remember it.
Yeah.
But we also saw Cats.
Yeah, we also saw Cats.
So we're gonna start with that one.
Yeah, we're gonna loop around back to Star Wars. But first we're gonna take our time to digest Cats.
Yeah, it's like a warm carafe of milk.
Warm milkies.
Speaking of, I will admit, first and foremost, I did apparently miss the scene where the twin cats show up and terrorize Jennifer Hudson, right? Jennifer Harrison?
Yeah, Jennifer Hudson.
I apparently missed that scene because I stepped out as I was getting vertigo from watching the movie. And just like didn't go back in for a bit. And then I like went in and they were like, "Oh my God, you missed everything." And I was like, "God," I was like, nothing was happening. There was just nothing going on. It was just cats introducing themselves.
I have one word to say in regard to Cats.
Kino.
Masterpiece.
Oh.
Wait, what did you say?
Kino.
Yeah, no, it's Kino. It's a masterpiece. It's a 5-star film. I've never had a better experience in a theater. Everyone was united in their sentiment about this movie.
Oh, yeah, because you saw it on a different time than I did, right?
Yeah, I saw it closer to when it came out. It certainly was not a packed theater, but it had enough people and lots of uncomfortable laughter, which I'm sure is a staple.
Yeah, no, that was the main difference my theater had was that we had somebody 2 rows down from us just pass the fuck out, and they started snoring really loudly halfway through the film, which is very funny.
That's incredible, and they're correct. They're right to do so. So we have. There's so many cats.
There's so many cats in this movie. What's up with that?
It's just a movie about introducing the cats.
Introducing cats, and then they get kidnapped away to some like jigsaw boat.
Yeah.
and then they're like, finally the antagonist is like, "Here I am," and they're just like, "No, go away,
go away."
And so he does, and then Mr. Mistoffelees does his little cat in the hat trick, and Julia Dench with her fully defined jawline that I hate in the costume is like, "You saved me." Her
little pausies.
And then they kill a cat. They just send a cat to the fucking moon.
Yeah, a cat goes to space and dies. So
speaking of, I walked out of the film, and I was just like, imagine you are a homeless cat who has been spat upon by society.
Oh, that's very easy to imagine.
And this whack girl is like, "Come join my party. We're doing ketamine." And you do. And then they're like, "You're the Jellicoe's choice." And you're like, "Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you." And then they put you in a hot air balloon and they just shoot you up into the sky. And they don't tell you what the fuck is going on. Well, and you're just up there and you're like, "Oh, all right."
you gotta go to the Heaviside Layer. Yeah, I've been to some parties like that. So like the cats. Let's start kind of
at the top.
At the top. So I don't recall the name of the cat with like the very stern man's face. There's a lot of those, but there's one in particular. I don't remember what his name was.
Is he the older cat? Like the old cat? Is he the bad guy cat?
No, it's like this is how forgettable he is as a character.
Yeah.
He's like the first cat that she meets.
Oh, the one who's like kind of the love interest. Like she meets him with Mr. Mistoffelees, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna look this up. He's a main character, but he's like an unimportant one.
He's extremely boring.
He's really the Cedric Diggory of the Cats universe.
Yeah. He's the Robert Pattinson of this film. And then I think after that we meet the Magical Mister Mistoffelees.
Yeah.
who is, truly magical.
Is he? Is he that magical?
Well, he's kind of a fuck up.
Yeah, he kind of sucks.
Fuck you, Mr.
Which, of course, is why people love him.
Why he's the favorite character. He does have the most draw, I think, as a character.
Is his name Bustifer Jones?
Bustifer Jones?
Is that James Corden's character?
No, James Corden's character is, I guess, just one big fat joke. He's the fat joke character.
Oh. Gus? No, Gus is Ian McKellen. It's not Skimbleshanks because
we don't even know his name.
Teaser?
It might be Teaser. See, Skimbleshanks is the railway cat, Jay. Weren't you paying attention when he introduced himself? And
yeah, I did. I unfortunately was paying attention to that scene. That was probably the worst special effects. That was really where they were pushing their computer render times.
Yeah,
was just trying to load in like a railway station and these cats, and then having like drone shots of them, and it just was not like characters like looked like they were maybe clipping off of everything. Two Toms, Meek, Loyal. Monkish Trap.
I don't even fucking know.
Who cares?
Who gives a shit?
Some asshole who's like love interest because they can't let Mr. Mistoffelees come.
Mr. Mistoffelees is not allowed.
He's not allowed. He's a mister, not a sir.
And then you have Jason Derulo, who I think that might... The Rum Tum Tugger, that's who Jason Derulo plays.
Yeah.
Who is a curious cat. It's just so much just psychotic shit in this movie. The milk bar scene where everyone is just like lapping up milk.
So many fluids in that scene.
Yeah.
Let's walk this back a little bit. The casting of Rebel Wilson would have been acceptable. Except then it was just like you could tell what parts were the like this is an adaptation parts, where when they would just cut to Rebel Wilson seemingly standing on a completely different stage somewhere else 100 miles away, just doing like funny like audience, like it's like MST3K but you're there.
Yeah.
Riffs where she's like, well, I can do that. It's not that impressive. Just doing funny little bits.
Yeah.
Funny little. I cannot wait until this trend in movies of characters that talk and act like that.
Yeah.
It's just over.
Yeah. It's so fucking annoying. I mean, like, I didn't find her quite as annoying as James Corden.
Who's James Corden?
James Corden is the fat joke cat.
Yes, that was more patently offensive.
Yeah.
I think, was he like that in the original? I couldn't quite tell if that was how the cats have. I've never seen anything related to cats.
Yeah, this was my first exposure.
So I don't know if he's a fat joke character in the original script or not, or
I would believe it.
Or if it's like a Rebel Wilson thing where it's like we need to punch it up. What do audiences in 2019 love? Fat jokes and other fat jokes, but the character is like but Pitch Perfect too.
Yeah. What do audiences love? Watching a CGI champagne spill just kind of like pour disgustingly into James Corden's open mouth, his open maw.
How disgusting is that compared to the scene of Rebel Wilson eating cockroaches that are also humans, that are also small humans?
I would say it's much more disgusting, but I also thought that scene just had like kind of more of an existential dread attached to it. That scene was one where like the normal people in the theater audience were like, "What?" It was one thing like when the mice were introduced, everyone was like, "What?" And when the like cockroaches were introduced, everyone was like, "What?"
Especially because like the cats have like people plus cat proportions.
Yeah.
And then the mice just have mice proportions. But then the cockroaches are just people. Like they are just proportioned as if they are human beings, but very small.
Yeah. Just horrible. Just very frightening.
And they all seem to be the same person, clone tooled 1,000 times.
Yeah, I kind of got that impression too.
I'm getting indigestion just talking about this movie.
Just thinking about it. Honestly. So then there are like the weird twins who just have the strangest vibe.
Yeah. What was...
So I think you
that was the one I mentioned that I missed, but everyone was like, "We can't believe you missed the vibe."
Yeah, like
that scene.
It's a more regular sort of sequence where they're just kind of hanging out in the house and they're like trying on a bunch of clothes and diamonds and stuff, but they just have the most like aggressive like twins who fuck each other and are gonna fuck you now.
Yeah. One of our friends who saw it said that like it felt like they were on like the worst like Tinder date with like a Tinder couple.
Yeah.
But they weren't like a couple. They were like twins.
Yeah.
But it was like that same energy.
Yeah.
Which especially for like, given the film is like definitely playing to like the drama kids.
Mm-hmm.
Weird vibe.
Just
Weird vibe to have.
horrible vibe. Just... This movie really dips its toe in every type of like bad vibe,
which I guess like really fits the theme of the film of being you got dumped, and so you're just hanging out with like, oh, I just want to be around like messy people right now, and then you're just like, oh no, I want to like messy people who like have their shit together is what I meant, not this.
Yeah, which is a very poignant message. It's very like, I don't know, I did like the sort of... Meek seemed to like really like the sort of sense of found community in the movie, which I don't know, I like how it's...
some people like that in Midsommar too. It doesn't fucking mean that it's good.
Yeah, it's unilaterally a bizarre spectacle of a film. But I do think that's interesting. I do like what you're saying there of like that sort of obviously non-serious but very serious reading of like, hey, like this is like a really potent type of narrative, but also all of these characters are completely insane.
Yeah, or actually insufferable.
Yeah.
I mean, like that's kind of the vibe I get, because like the movie starts out with Victoria. Which is, did she get a Jellicle name? I don't remember.
I don't think so. No. Just Victoria.
Victoria. She gets thrown out on her ass.
Mm.
I guess I don't know, like, ye old England, did they just were like, I'm done with this cat?
Kind of sort of, yeah. People do like do that with cats.
Put them in sacks and drop them out on the side of the road. Don't know why she had to be in a sack. I'm pretty sure a cat can't like follow a car.
Oh, it's for drama. It's for the dramatic purposes.
That's fair. This is a movie that is all about the drama.
The drama.
The dramage.
And then at some point in the movie, we get introduced to Grisabella, who's played by Jennifer Hudson. And the thing that I took out of this movie is that like sometimes like a performance can't be, or rather like Jennifer Hudson kind of rises out of the like turd weirdness of this movie. Like not even Idris Elba really is able to like
overcome the fact that he's playing a nude man.
Yeah. Yeah. Which I don't remember if it was him or someone else who was upset about the like digital junk removal.
That's really funny if he was the one upset about the digital junk removal.
Yeah.
They should have
kept it in.
They shouldn't have just kept it in. They should have gave him a sheath.
Yeah, that like a realistic cat.
Like a fursuit. Like a detachable sheath.
I mean, if they were smart, they would have just hired furries.
Or like that old Fatal Farm video where they digitally edit in flopping genitals onto some like weird Australian kids show where they're all dressed up like fucking Cats characters.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of it is some like fucking batshit Australian kid show I've never seen or heard before, but Fatal Farm did like a fake edit of it a while back.
They should have use digital technology to make everyone's dicks bigger.
Yeah, including I mean They use digital technology to somehow still allow Taylor Swift to do her like breast shaking motion despite the character design not really having breasts. So it's just is like she just shakes and it's like the muscles underneath her like chest just like shake in like a really unnatural and uncomfortable looking way.
God.
Because like they're not delineated. Like it's not like the muscles of like what her actual breasts were are delineated on her character design. Mm-hmm. It's just muscle under skin.
Yeah. That God. Taylor Swift. Just being lowered in and just drugging everybody.
Being lowered, drugging everyone, and then refusing to even attempt to be within the same aesthetic style of the film and just doing a Taylor Swift music video.
Yeah. Extremely funny. But Grisabella, Jennifer Hudson, she is good at it. She's good at the musical thing. She's the only part of this fucking movie. She was crying in every single shot of her, which I thought was a bit much.
It was just, she just got, you know, like the old thing about like how Jim Carrey had to undertake CIA torture training in order to wear the Grinch suit. Well, they didn't do that for this movie. And so she was CIA tortured to get into that suit. So those were real tears.
They hired the actual CIA to torture her. They created more torture on set.
Just like any scene like right before they started recording, they're just blasting noise. really disoriented the cast.
Blasting a mosquito tone over like the loudest speakers in the world, just like a jet engine.
Who played? I'm trying to remember who played Victoria then.
I can't recall.
Francesca Hayward, because she was the person who was the introducing in all of the posters and promotional material, because they hired an actual dancer to play that character, which is also why she doesn't talk much.
Oh, I see.
Because she's not really an actress, she's a ballet dancer, and they wanted somebody who could actually dance.
Right. Well, learn something new every day. Good job, Francesca. And also, I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry that your face is forever ever associated with this film.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jennifer Hudson did really good singing. Mm-hmm. Really good. Very kind of like, weeping in every scene, but like,
yeah,
I guess. Yeah, like whatever. That's that you're playing the overdramatic sad character.
Yeah, like a very particular archetype. Which that I thought was like the most like all of this. I mean, part of why I did like Grisabella is that like all of the scenes with her were the most normal, or like the only thing approaching normal in the movie. Just because everything else made me feel like I was losing my mind. A shot of Sir Ian McKellen lapping up milk out of a giant barrel made me want to just run out of the theater and scream.
When he showed up, I didn't know he was in this movie.
I kind of didn't either.
And I was just like, bro. Bro, how did they get you on to do this?
For real.
His performance was like, he brought all of his Ian McKellen to it, and it was just like, they just like, cool, clone tool that out. Sick performance, dude. We're just gonna burn tool your face a whole bunch.
I honestly think that being in a Cats production is like a British, like, paying your taxes kind of thing.
Oh, like jury duty.
Yeah, it's like jury duty. Kitty duty.
If you are a registered actor in Britain, you will occasionally get a letter that says you have to be in a production of Cats.
Yeah.
Unless you have like a good reason like not to. Like you show up and you're like, oh, I can't. I hate Cats. I won't. I'll give a biased performance. And that's how you get out of it.
Yeah, I'm allergic to cats. I have to request
accommodations.
Immunity accommodations.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Dame Judi Dench was here. So proud of her performance.
She at least looks like she's having fun.
Yeah, she did. I mean, like I think Ian McKellen also had fun. I think I don't know. It's hard. It's without knowing too much more about like the production process. It's hard for me to know like what or really anything. But I did get the impression that like the more sort of storied professional actors like had a good time at the very least. Especially during that ending scene where like Judi Dench just like kind of looks at the camera
and just delivers a whole monologue. I love that scene because they have her delivering this whole monologue directly to the audience, but they have James Corden and Francesca and I think maybe whoever's Mr. Mistoffelees doing like funny faces around her.
Yeah.
Like acting and like, oh man, are they fucking terrible in that scene? Like that is just extreme close-ups of their face as they like react to every line she says and then like start to zone out because the monologue is so long and then realize that they're still on camera and so they have to keep acting. So funny to watch, especially James Corden's face in that scene.
Yeah, it's
because he starts like she mentions like cream, and he starts like licking his lips like really like aggressively, like oh yeah, fuck cream. Oh, I forgot about that shit.
I love cream.
God, I could go for some cream right now.
Yeah, that was the most theater kid shit in the whole fucking world. And so to kind of I guess talk about like Tom Hooper, the director. Or to give him like a momentary spotlight. I never saw Les Mis. It looks fucking awful.
It looks miserable.
Oh, got him! Fuck you, Tom.
To give him another spotlight, when I briefly glanced at the title stuff before, I thought it was Toby Hopper, and I was like the Texas Chainsaw guy.
Yeah, the Poltergeist guy.
Yeah,
I think his name's Tom Hooper.
It's Toby Hopper is if I remember correctly.
Oh, right.
Le Poltergeist guy.
Le Poltergeist.
But no, yeah, Tom Hooper is the fucking the guy who made this.
Yeah.
And also made EastEnders apparently, or worked on EastEnders.
So he's done a lot. Wait, what did he do on The Danish Girl?
Well, it was his 2015 film.
Oh my god. He directed The Danish Girl. I'm going to kill you, Tom Hooper.
How could you do so much against and so much for the trans communities?
I remember watching The King's Speech, and 2010, I think, was such a fucking bad year for movies that, like, The King's Speech had, like, one off-center shot and, like, some performances, and I was like, wow, movie of the year. Because it was just okay in a year of movies like fucking Inception.
Oh God, that was like when I got out of movies for a while. It was around Inception.
Yeah.
Film Critters was partially a project undergrad because we were like, you know what, good movies are coming out again. Maybe we should start going to them.
And then we went and saw Cats. And then we saw Cats. And here we are. But yeah, like I remember thinking The King's Speech was pretty okay. Who fucking knows? Danish Girl sucks fucking ass, though.
I haven't seen it.
Oh my god.
I in terms of my crimes against the trans community film watch list, I'm actually going to try to see Adam first because boy, does that look like a fucking train wreck. Fucking Scott Pilgrim, Scott Pilgrim ass movie.
Oh my god. I mean,
Scott Pilgrim versus the Gatekeepers.
Fuck my life. Holy shit. Yeah, I don't know. What else is there to say about Cats? It was such an experience.
I didn't like that some of them had shoes. Like, I get why. Because they were dancing.
Yeah.
Like, really dancing. But it, like, introduced this weird dissonance where it's like, wait, hold on. If those cats have shoes, then that implies that the other cats are, in fact, bare-feeted. And I don't like that. I don't like that implication.
I don't like their toesy woesies.
Didn't like that the shoes they were wearing too were like modern, like extremely modern looking sneakers. Because I'm like, isn't this Victorian England?
Yeah.
What's happening? What is going on in this movie?
There's so much.
What? So what was the deal again with the three names?
The three names.
There's like the names that like there's like your Jellicle name. There's the like name that humans call you.
Oh yeah. And then what was that?
But I don't remember what the third one was. Like maybe they were like one that is only known to you or something.
Maybe.
Stupid fucking mythology to this stupid movie.
There's so much mythology.
Listen. Cats the movie. Kino. Cats the like larger franchise lore, fuck you. Stupid fucking fuck you lore. 3 names. Jellicle. Everyone in this movie talks like they are on the fucking Wiggles. Like, what is this? I hated it.
It was the Wiggles. It absolutely was.
It was adult K-hole Wiggles.
I was shocked to learn. Well, I mean, I was shocked to learn about Andrew Lloyd Webber. I didn't know shit about him. I guess he made Phantom of the Opera, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's his whole.
Which I thought that was an old play, like from, I don't know, the fucking like 1800s or something, but it's like from the 90s or something like that. And then Cats is just like this modern masterpiece, Tony winning, glorious return to form for stage plays. But what I really want, and for like now, is for them to make the fucking like Great Train Massacre or whatever the fuck his train play is, where everybody's a train and all the actors on stage have to ride rollerblades. And
okay, I will see that.
Yeah,
I will see that. That sounds hilarious.
Yeah, it seems great. It's caused a lot of injuries.
Good. I hope it causes more. I hope the film is just a disaster. I want it to be like that rare, like that sort of forgotten exploitation, like 70s, 80s movie about lions called Roar. I looked it up, by the way, and Phantom of the Opera is from the 80s, the musical, but it's based on a very old novel.
Oh, okay.
Because I was like, I know there's some weird history to it. I think Lindsay Ellis did a really good video on it. Because I was like, I know it's got a weird history, but yeah, the Phantom of the Opera, as it is known to us, is an Andrew Lloyd Webber musical.
Okay.
But it's an adaptation of like a fucking boring book or something. I forgot that he also did Jesus Christ Superstar, by the way.
What the fuck? He's got all of these under his belt. Yeah, he's like the only guy making musicals.
Also, Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, also by Andrew Lloyd Webber.
What the fuck?
Who fucking knows what else this asshole's done? Probably some other crap I don't care about, because I don't care about stage plays or musicals. School of Rock.
Wait, what? What was his role on School of Rock?
He did the rock musical adaptation of the 2003 movie.
Oh, great.
That's not in the order that I thought it was. Got really excited there for a second.
Well,
he's a conservative.
Well, I can tell.
Yeah. Apparently was a member of the House of Lords.
I believe it. Whatever.
I don't know anything about what the Brits be up to.
Yeah. God, when did fucking Hamilton come out? Like 2010 at this point?
Oh,
make another fucking play, Mr. Miranda.
Yeah, what is that? I mean, he worked on that Jumney Sun book. When are we getting an adaptation of that? I want an adaptation of the Jomny Sun book. With music by Andrew Lloyd Webber.
I want to force stage actors to have to like interpret his like typing cadence.
Judy Dench's like, everybody is an alien when you are an alien.
Alien too.
And scene.
Wow, that sucks.
Yeah.
I hope that never comes to pass.
And it will. Under President Buttigieg, ladies and gentlemen.
Congratulations, President Buttigieg.
You did it. By the way, we're recording this on the morning of the Iowa caucus, so if you are in the future right now listening to this, please let us know how it went. Because we sure as fuck still don't know.
I'm so scared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love how often we get unintentionally political on this series, because it's like we're not really political as like a project. But, you know, sometimes you're just recording you're recording several hours after finding out that Pete Buttigieg donated to the guys who developed the app that stopped working, and that he pre-scheduled tweets announcing that he had won the Iowa caucus.
Yeah.
And you're like, cool. Well, I guess I got to talk about cats instead of this.
Instead of this thing that's happening, this fucking obstruction of justice and
any sense of real democratic order in our...
Yeah. That's kind of why I like Cats. It really brings us to this sort of our modern time of just having to reject like order and the powers that be, and we all have to be the Jellicle choice and rise in a hot air balloon to go to the Heaviside layer. at some point.
Where we asphyxiate in space.
Where we die in space, like Elon Musk wants us to.
You ever think about how it's kind of weird that Machiavelli's like big motivation in the film is to die? Something that they can just give him if they really want.
Yeah, they could just kill him. I didn't think about that.
I do love the choice of design. So actually, no. So not only do I love the choice of design of just having him be a nude man, of just being a fully nude man. I also love the choice to not change any of the lyrics before that he's revealed, where they describe him and don't match at all what he looks like. Because they told him as like a lanky ginger cat, and he's not lanky. First off, he's definitely not lanky. That dude is fucking stacked.
Yeah. And
2, his fur is black.
Yeah.
Not ginger.
Yeah. Yeah. What the fuck is up with that? You fucking assholes.
I bet if they were like, oh, if we change it, people are going to be like, I can't believe you changed that iconic line. Where they describe a cat.
Or I can't believe you changed the iconic character or something. I don't fucking know. Are there any cat stands?
There's gotta be.
There has to be, right?
There's still drama students.
There will always be drama students.
There's still people who can't watch Rocky Horror Picture Show because it's too sexual.
Oh my god. Yeah. Damn.
And as such, there will always be cat fans.
I do want to watch like I guess there's like a 1998 filming of the stage play. I'll probably check it out at some point. And there was also like on Twitter, it came out like a bunch of like really cool like character designs for a cartoon version of Cats. Which
I could see that translating well, yeah.
Yeah, it kind of seems like that would have been the way to go.
I think something that I thought was really an interesting choice they made was to film a lot of the scenes as if it was still a stage play.
Right.
Like they have characters do the like flying around on like not pulleys. Like what are the things that they attach to you in like plays and stuff to like lift you up and make you fly around like
I don't remember.
You know what I'm talking about. The harness and rope system. They still have characters fly around like that as if it were a play, and you would need them to like do that to be visually interesting. They have like sets set up as if they are on a stage play, so that characters can jump and walk on them in that way. But then they have sequences like the rail car sequence where like they CGI turn it into a train yard station.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't really seem like there's any consistent set of choices as to if it's going to look like a play or if it's going to look like a movie. And I think that's fascinating. And then like I said, and then on top of all that, you have Taylor Swift showing up and just turning it into a music video. Yeah. It's just this like attempt to have all flavors of cake and eat them.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just so all over the place. It's overwhelming in a way that like if I was at a stage play and watching like real actors do all of this shit, I would at least have the like temerity and the response of just being like, oh, what an elegant diversion. Good job, Tanner.
This is very, very well choreographed.
Yeah.
It's really cool how they memorize how to do that.
Yeah. How to do that weird shit that they did there.
But that's what it's like. I see that and then it's like 7 different cuts and I'm like, okay. So you have like 13 takes of the character sliding down a piece of wood.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it's all cut and pasted together from CGI anyway.
God. Yeah. And just movie pacing doesn't lend itself well to any of that. It's just it's so spaghetti.
I did think it was funny how they have Rebel Wilson take off her skin to reveal an outfit underneath and another layer of skin. And then you assume that that's just a musical number thing. Like that's not a real thing. But then she does it later to escape.
Yeah.
Which implies that she does in fact wear a second layer of skin over her outfit and her real layer of skin.
I think that must have been added in.
No, that there's no way that's in the original play. Yeah. That's 100% a gag for the movie.
Just a Rebel Wilson bit. Also, the props of like the chains that they were using, it was like really big chains, but they were so obviously like foam.
another thing where it's like, this is a decision that makes sense for a stage play where the audience is sitting 100 feet away from you.
Yeah.
Makes no sense for a film where you are 2 miles high in front of me.
Yeah. So, I guess, I don't know, just fucking nonsense.
We're absolutely worth seeing.
Yeah, please go watch it.
Run, don't crawl.
Yeah.
to your nearest second run theater.
Scamper, don't pitter patter.
Skimbleshanks, don't rum tum tug yourself off to the latest.
Ugh.
I hate that all the cats have pervert names.
They
by
do.
The way.
Well, they have pervert ideologies.
That's desperately need to know what Zizek thinks of this fucking film.
So, this has represents the escapism.
You are always. I can't. I started doing a Bernie voice for some reason.
I am once again asking you to make me your Jellicle choice.
Oh my god.
This is the Brew Impressions Corner.
I love that. I love that how much people who love the Bernie fan base, aka us, just has turned. It's just like makes Bernie into memes, and it's just the whole meme is always just like Bernie is a relatable old man. Yeah. Bernie is an old man whom we adore.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of happening on both sides because the right also makes memes about Bernie that make him out to be the coolest old guy just in the whole fucking world.
It's so funny where it's like Bernie fan memes where it's like, I am once again asking you to tell me what your name is. And then the right is like, Bernie Sanders is gonna get on stage and he's gonna shoot Donald Trump. And I was like, got my vote. I'll vote again if he kills him.
He's gonna instate socialism.
I didn't think he was, but I mean, if you're telling me he is.
All right, I heard it from you.
Bernie wants to give you free college. God,
I wish.
God, I wish he did, didn't he? Fuck it, I'll go back to grad school. I'm not going back. I'm not going to grad school.
No, fuck school. Fuck school. Fuck teacher. Fuck parent.
Fuck buttons.
Yeah.
A very good band. Any other Jellicle
news?
What's hot in the Jellicle news today? Jellicle sounds like it's like the ship name of some anime that I will never watch.
Jellicle sounds like a gland that you just like need to get removed when you're like 40.
Jellicle sounds like, you know, like a really, like it would be something talked about in a really old Gawker article about like some failing actress's like new makeup line, and is like, we bought the Jellicle Choice brand makeup supply and it has broken glass in it.
It has asbestos in it. It's the weirdest thing.
It's weird because it's actually the one called Bestest.
Bestest Jellicle. I would have rather spent my money on that.
Yeah.
On a makeup set with asbestos in it.
With asbestos and broken glass in it.
Yeah.
I think I would have rather spent my money on like what I did. You know what? I bought a bunch of bullshit at the FurryCon. All of that. Anything that I bought at that FurryCon. Yeah. Even the food that gave me food poisoning.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
That didn't happen. That was a bit. Sorry.
Oh, okay, never mind.
I'm sorry, I was lying. I was telling a funny lie.
I'd like to apologize to the nation. Yeah, if you really want the 4D Cats experience, just go to a FurryCon because it's the same thing. People have very long introduction sequences where you learn their Jellicle names.
Where you learn their Jellicle names and like three personality traits that they have.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
And then at some point, you are probably given some sort of drug that was not correctly labeled. Yep. And you listen to Taylor Swift music.
Yeah.
And then, at the end, some rando person gets brought into your group of friends and ritualistically sacrificed.
Yeah, no, it happens every year. You gotta get to the heavy side layer somehow.
Well, that was actually why Infamous Rainforest, didn't last, is they stopped doing the sacrifices.
That's true. Well, they did one final sacrifice of Rainforest, and it was the wrong Jellicle choice.
Yeah, no, it was rejected right out of hand. That's how Okokage stays so young.
I'm cutting that.
Okay. Fair. Keep it and just blurt out the name.
We'll see.
Okay.
But what would you not have rather spent your money on?
I went and saw the Grudge remake.
Oh my god. Yeah, that seems like it was bad.
Yeah. And I'm glad I didn't spend my money on that. I saw Underwater before it, which was okay. And then I watched The Grudge, which simultaneously felt 1 and 5 hours long.
Wow.
Very bad movie. I guess that. What about you? What are you glad you didn't spend your Jellicle cash on?
I'm glad I didn't spend it on Disney Plus.
Oh, speaking of Star Wars.
Star Wars.
That's our other movie we're talking about today.
Yeah, Jay, did you see Star Wars?
I didn't.
Okay, so you did. All right.
I've read. I've unfortunately been forced to be exposed to a lot about it, so I could probably talk about it.
Sure.
Did you see it?
Well, I was kind of hoping that you would watch more of it. I walked out after an hour.
Oh.
All right. Well, I guess that's it.
Yeah, it's not.
thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in to our Star Wars episode and our Cats episode. Yeah, that's
about it.
That's about it. That's all there is to say.
Justice for Chewbacca. He dies in that, right? I've heard that he dies in that.
I think so. Probably. I don't remember. I wasn't really paying attention. But anyway, join us on our next
our next episode.
We're doing a poll on our Patreon at the moment for Oscar Best Picture winners.
Oh yeah, let me see. Actually, that might be.
Mm-hmm. And I think I know what we're gonna end up watching, but if you wanna get in your last minute votes.
I think that actually might be. That might have that poll is already over.
Oh fuck! You're too late.
But we will be having another poll soon.
Yeah, we will.
About
something else.
Something else.
Join our Patreon. Hit us up. Let us know what you want to see. And yeah.
As always, I'm Jay Bearhat.
I am Baru.
And this is the Jellicle Choice.
This is our Jellicle Choice.
You, the viewers at home. We also thanks to our Patreon supporters, I am currently doing ASMR. I had to special order a Blu-ray. Is this Blu-ray? Blu-ray and DVD movie because it had a 10th anniversary re-release, and so I needed to have access to all the special features.
Yep.
And I am looking at it right now.
We're not going to say what it is.
Yeah, it's going to be a big surprise.
It's not really a surprise. It's kind of a surprise.
Yeah, I guess I did get the Blu-ray version.
We're not going to spoil it for you.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway. Thanks for watching.
Anyway, thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.